are a part of the National Minority Supplier Development Council, which was established in 1972. It was established as an economic inclusion organization for the purposes of creating ecosystems for minority-owned businesses to thrive. We focus on 4 key areas: certification, development, connection, and advocacy. Beyond just certification, which is what everyone thinks about us as an organization, but really it's positioning businesses. It's putting these businesses in position to have opportunities within the supply chain.
EMSDC is very focused on bringing corporate clients to very specific MBEs as well.
They will help us navigate through the noise and put us in front of the right people. It's a community, you have to be part of it so that you're not only getting the help, getting the advice, but you also should be actively participate.
And the members of our organization are among the largest buying entities in this country. And the reason that they are members of this organization is because they have an interest in having diverse participation in their supply chain.
Where else are you going to get direct access to over 100 potential corporate buyers? Where else are you going to have access to hundreds of your peers in the marketplace by being a part of an organization? How much time will it take for you to gain access to these same people, or even a line of sight of where they are and where the opportunities are? And how much time will it take you, and how much is that worth to you?
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the finals of March Pitch Mania 2022, sponsored by Comcast. This year's Pitch Mania has brought together a diversity of businesses in industry, maturity, and pitch skills. Learning about the businesses and watching the evolution of their pitch has been impactful. There are no losers in this mania because each participant has made a compelling case for the product, service, and/or solution their company offers. Congratulations to all of the businesses who participated in the 2022 Pitch Mania. It's now time for the finals. So join me in thanking Comcast, our sponsors, and welcoming Dr. L.J. Burks, Director of Supplier Diversity at Comcast, and today's Pitch Mania MC. L.J.?
Thank you, Valerie. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you everyone for joining March Pitch Mania. I want to thank all of the companies that entered the competition today. And thank you for joining us during this final round of the competition. Now let's not forget our door prizes. We have some great door prizes, but in order to meet eligibility for the door prizes, you must stay until the pitch is over. We have golf, a pass to the golf alley, the entrepreneurial tournament at White Manor. We have a couple pairs of Flyers tickets sponsored by Spectacor, and we have a $500 gift card to Lucchese Boots, sponsored by the Pinnacle Group. I want to send a special congratulations to all our 4 finalists, which include Envision to Be Well, Optimal Strategic Group, Revit Gods, and Focus Studios. Now let's get to what we are here for, the March Pitch Mania competition. Our first bracket includes Envision to Be Well and Optimal Strategic Solutions. Now let's watch their video pitches.
I'm Tammy Williams, founder and CEO of Envision to Be Well, Inc. We're a digital health company, and I want you to think about this story. To get an overall picture of your health and well-being, you need an app for this and an app for that. What comes with that is a username and a password for each one. It can take you 15 to 20 apps to get that overall picture, and that is where Envision Well comes in. With Envision Well, in one resource, you get the knowledge, support, access, and autonomy to have overall control of your health and well-being. Go over to My Personal Body Blueprint. We call that MPBB. And at MPBB, in 30 seconds, you get a scan that has an output of contactless vitals. Those vitals include your blood pressure, your stress level, your overall wellness score, and much, much more. But it's more than that. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to get, based upon your persona, access to articles, podcasts, webinars. You can join conversations and challenges, all related to your health. Remember, it's your body, your data, your health. It is your life. And that is what Envision Well brings to the table.
Hi, I'm Karthik Gopal, Director of Customer Success and Products at OSG Analytics. OSG is a technology and a customer analytics company. We drive growth through customer centricity. What that means to you is that we understand what matters most to our customer's customer. They could be shoppers, they could be consumers, they could be patients, payers, or providers. We understand what drives their decisions, what motivates them, and how their different journeys look like. We can connect the data about the customers to insights and to powerful interventions that help you provide better engagement and personalized experience to your customer. Our products and solutions have been used by CPG, retail, pharmaceutical, and medtech customers to create the experiences, engagements, and timely nudges, resulting in customer acquisition, retention, and growth. Our technology uses powerful AI algorithms as well as our own proprietary AceMap methodology to understand the current needs and the future behaviors through prediction. We look forward to working with you in the future, understanding your challenges and how you interact with your customers, and identifying the opportunities to grow your business. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Both excellent businesses. Now let's introduce our Comcast judges. Our first judge is Deepak Barathan. Deepak is the Vice President of Enterprise Procurement at Comcast. His team manages the company's technology, billing, consulting services ecosystem across Comcast Cable, NBC Universal, and Sky. When he's not negotiating deals, he can be found discussing concepts like Fermi Paradox and the best minion character with his 6-year-old. Personally, my 6-year-old likes Kevin the best. Let's welcome Deepak. Our next judge is Christopher Robert. Chris is the Director of Procurement Operations at Comcast NBC Universal. His role, he's responsible for managing operational procurement for NBC Universal, and while ensuring the appropriate processes and buy channels to conform the overall strategic sourcing plan. Fun fact about Chris is he danced 48 hours straight at Penn State Thon to raise money for kids with pediatric cancer. Let's hear it for Chris. And our last judge, but not least, Regan Yadell. Regan is the Executive Director for Program Management for Comcast Rise. If you're not familiar with Comcast Rise, Rise is a program that supports, enables, and elevates small businesses owned by people of color and women owners. She is responsible for ensuring awareness, adoption, and distribution technology enhancement grants and other resources tied to supporting over 13,000 small businesses. Now, Regan isn't doing this at Comcast. She's a travel enthusiast who enjoys visiting different countries. Let's hear it for Regan. Judges, would you like to give feedback on the videos that were shown?
Well, I'll start. So I just want to say that, both businesses, very compelling, grabbed me right from the beginning on the business need that they are trying to solve and how their product meets that need. And so, like I said, very compelling videos, and it's a hard choice.
Yeah, I can jump in. I think both were great. I think Envision to Be Well, I really love the clear value proposition there and connecting that to health, all of us, which is a key part of really everything that we do. So that value prop is very clear there. And then OSG tying into driving growth was so important, which is key for any business out there.
Yeah, I think you'll hear us say this a lot today. But excellent businesses, very powerful stories. And yeah, I echo the comments that my fellow judges made. Envision to be well, there's a strong product, there's a strong, well-defined need, stating on why each one of us might find the product useful. The pitch was made. It's a low threshold for engagement, and it's a wonderful presentation. So great work. On OSC, again, same story. There's a strong product and a strong demographic that you're going after. It's a powerful use case on why many companies, large and small, would be interested in the offering. So definitely a tough choice, but great work by both companies.
Thank you, Deepak. And congratulations to Envision to Be Well. We will see you in the final round. Now let's introduce our final bracket of competitors, Revit Gods and Focus Studios.
My name is Uchenna Okura, and I am the founder and CEO of Revit Gods. We're a BIM consulting firm, and we're here to streamline the entire construction industry. The U.S. construction industry is the #1 industry in the world. It spends about $1.4 trillion per year, a third of which gets wasted on mistakes and rework. We can solve this problem by designing and coordinating buildings in 3D using Building Information Modeling Software, or BIM software, a platform that allows you to create and manage building data virtually. Right now, most building designers and contractors lack the tools, the expertise, and the support that they need to implement BIM on their projects. We're one of the only firms that specializes in implementing BIM software. We offer a suite of subscription-based services targeted to help small to mid-sized firms remain competitive within the marketplace. In just 4 years, we've helped over 40 design and construction firms implement BIM software and save money on their projects. We've even played a major role in several projects right here in the Philly area, including the new Philadelphia Police Headquarters at the former Inquirer building. Due to heavy government mandates and new requirements from private building owners, the BIM industry is absolutely exploding, and it's expected to triple in value to $15 billion in the next 5 years. With your help, Revit Gods will be a leader within this new emerging industry.
First, I want to thank the people and the judges who voted me this far. I appreciate your support. Being supported was something that was foreign to me for so long. My first 21 years on this earth were spent in foster care, group homes, shelters, cars, you name it. My mother was crack addicted. My father spent my entire life incarcerated. I had every opportunity to do the wrong things. My saving grace was having 2 younger brothers who I refused to not be available to protect. As I grew older, I began to identify myself as a lot smarter and a lot stronger than many of my peers. So I was able to think myself and get myself out of many situations. But I also learned that many people don't have that same fortitude, and that in the absence of opportunity, many folks who look like me fall into the closest thing to them, oftentimes the wrong thing. My dream of being in film and television saved me. I never had help, I just had a dream. So I would travel to New York, Miami, DC, wherever I could for those opportunities because they weren't plentiful right here in my city. Once I gained enough knowledge and momentum myself, I decided that I was going to change that. The first step in that direction was a small studio I created called My New Philly. Here, we would train local talent and give them the space and tools they needed to create content themselves. Now, I want to take something that's a blighted eyesore and turn it into Philadelphia's very own major motion picture and television soundstage. High on my list of priorities is workforce development training in every film department catered toward inner city youth. Join me in creating gainful, fun, future-proof opportunities for Philadelphia and its youth.
Both compelling videos, I think. Judges, Chris, what did you think about the videos?
Yeah, I thought both videos were very strong. I think Revit Gods really touched on some clear case study examples, and and forecasted the market. I thought Focus Studios had a very compelling story, and just a really great mission tied to that.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, one, Focus Studios. I mean, the compelling. I mean, wow. I mean, the story there just touched me. And I can totally see. I could feel right the passion and what the end game is. But with Reverend Gods, yeah, I learned about the market and how big it is and what the value proposition was. So again, both very, very strong competitors.
Well, thank you, judges. Deepak, did you want to add a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I can echo again what my fellow judges said. The opportunity space was so well defined. It's a space that obviously we don't come across in our day to day. So it was wonderfully well explained, even in that quick video. It's a great product, and it looks like sky's the limit. And for studios, again, just reflecting on what others said, it's a wonderfully compelling story and such a strong connection to the city so many of us live in and love so much. So again, great work by both companies.
Thank you, Deepak. And again, to all the competitors, this is raising awareness to all your businesses. And however, there can only be one advancement. And congratulations to Revit Gods. You will be moving on to the final round against A Vision to Be Well. Valerie, will you join us to announce our door prize winners?
Good afternoon again. And again, as Jay and the judges have said, these have been such compelling presentations, and was so excited to learn about each of your businesses. And we are very excited also to announce our door prizes. And so we want to thank our door prize sponsors for providing us with what I think are really great prizes for each of the participants today. So this year, or today's door prizes include an MBE golf ticket, a ticket to the EMSDC Youth Entrepreneur and Scholarship Golf Tournament, a pair of flyer tickets. We actually have multiple pairs of flyers tickets, and a $500 gift cards to Lucchese Boots, sponsored by the Pinnacle Group. So our first door prize goes to Rena Desai. She will receive the golf ticket to the EMSDC's Youth Entrepreneur Golf Tournament on July 11th at White Manor Country Club in Malvern, PA. Our second door prize winner is Marjorie Solomon. She will receive a pair of flyers tickets. Our third door prize winner is Singh Anjamani. He will receive a pair of flyers tickets. Our fourth door prize winner is Anthony Mapley. He will receive the $500 gift card to Lucchese Boots. In addition, we have another pair of flyers tickets for Wendy Gilbert. Wendy Gilbert, you will receive a pair of flyers tickets as well. Thank you to everyone, and congratulations to all of our door prize winners. Now, I see in the chat, while our judges are deliberating on our final two, I see in the chat so many votes for our great pitch today. And what I want to do is thank everyone and thank all of the participants. What I want you to understand is that there has been no loser in this competition. Each of our pitch participants have received content that they can use to market their business with, and we will continue to work with you. And we're very excited about the prizes that we'll have available to each of our participants to continue to support the growth of your businesses. This has been a very important event for us. And so having you join us in this capacity and being able to showcase you in this way elevates your visibility inside of our network and with decision makers from all around the region. I am pleased to tell you that we're not just featuring companies from Philadelphia or in the Philadelphia marketplace, but we have businesses representing Pittsburgh and Delaware and Southern New Jersey and other parts of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So I want you to know that the visibility that you're getting is extraordinary, and please leverage it. Thank you all for being here. Continue the conversations in the chat while our judges continue to deliberate and we announce the finals winner. Congratulations.
Thank you, Valerie. Again, I echo your comments. Everyone's a winner. The event is fantastic, and thank you for all the participants for watching the videos and celebrating minority-owned businesses. Let's now welcome our two finalists to the stage, Envision to Be Well and Revit Gods. Please join us on stage. Fantastic. This is the fire round. Our competitors will give us a 30-second pitch, and our judges will ask questions of the respective competitors, and then we'll deliberate and find out who the winner is. Our first person to go is Tammy from Envision to Be Well. Will you please give us your 30-second pitch?
Yes, I will. Hi, I'm Tammy Williams, CEO and founder of Envision to Be Well. Envision to Be Well and Envision Well is a digital health and wellness company. Our mission is to enable, inspire, and empower all people, humankind, to be sustainably healthy and well. It starts with one resource instead of having a lot of different resources at your disposal. We want you to step through our digital front door and then open that door to our ecosystem of digital health and wellness products. Envision Well.
Tammy,
go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, Tammy, I have a question for you. I guess with your product, is it really scalable? So how do you envision taking this personalized health view to a broad audience? Is there some kind of doctor interaction as part of that to get the up-to-date information for that person?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. Our product is scalable. It is scalable because number one, we're a C Corp as well as a public benefit corporation. We are going through our SOC 2 compliance right now to be able to scale to those large enterprises where cybersecurity and security of data is really, really important. We are HIPAA verified. We also are going through NCQA, the National Committee on Quality Assurance, for the wellness and health promotion, as well as the health equity accreditation. Having those will make us the first woman-owned and minority-owned company, period, to have both of those certifications and accreditations. So we've really been positioning ourselves to scale and to be able to really live up to what those enterprise companies are looking for in a small company that wants to innovate and scale.
Tammy, I have a question again. I just so love your pitch and what your product stands for. I was actually going to ask the HIPAA question, but Chrisma beat me to it. My other question is, so how do you plan to amplify this product and market it? And are you going to market it to the end consumers? Are you going to market it to healthcare organizations? Just how do you plan on getting the word out?
So there are several ways that we plan to, and that we're already doing. We have a wonderful Marcom, or Marketing and Communications Department, that has been getting the word out for us through social media, newsletters. We do webinars and podcasts. In our podcasts, we have guests on from the medical, clinical, as well as the wellness industries. We want to increase the marketing, and we have to. We are a B2B company. We're a SaaS model, subscription-based, but we're also consumer-driven, because for us, we believe that social health empowerment and having the knowledge, support, access, and autonomy to be sustainably healthy and well it should be affordable to everyone. So that's really important to us, but we know that we really need to get our marketing spend up. We're doing what we can with what we have.
So yeah, finally from me, Charlie, wonderful story. I love the energy that you bring. So as you know, this is a very competitive field. There's lots and lots of apps, both consumer and enterprise, which are going after the same consumer base, which I think you're targeting. How do you plan on differentiating your offerings from what is now a very crowded marketplace?
And I'm sorry, because your voice is coming across. It sounds like there's some noise, some background there. So if you could just repeat that for me, maybe the last part.
And Tammy, I think I caught it too. How do you plan to differentiate yourself, across the competition? I mean, there's a lot of players in this industry, I believe. And, Deepak, correct me if I'm wrong via chat, but I think it was just saying, how do you differentiate yourself from the competition?
Thank you. It is absolutely a saturated marketplace, but it's also fragmented. And so the fragmentation is what leads to disengagement. When you have to have an app for this and an app for that, which has a username and a password for this and that, once you get out of that incident mode, you've broken your foot, you've had an operation, the doctor says you have to do this. Once you get past that and you're back to being pretty much yourself, then if you've got to log into all of these different, devices and what have you, you tend to say, look, this is too much. Life gets in the way. I've got other things to do. I don't have time for this. We bring one resource. We actually sync with over 400 in-home clinical, medical, fitness, nutrition, all of those devices. You can bring all of that information and data right into Envision Well, one place.
Thank you, Tammy. That was fantastic. Do we have any additional questions, judges? All righty, Tammy. Well, thank you again. Let's hear from Revit Gods. Can you please give your 30-second pitch?
Sure, and thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited. So, guys, listen, most building designers and contractors are still using outdated methods to design and construct buildings, and they're absolutely suffering because of it. At Revit Gods, we're helping architects, engineers, and contractors thrive by digitizing their workflow using BIM software. This has been helping the small to mid-sized companies that we serve build the confidence they need to compete in today's building design and construction industry.
Fantastic. And thank you for sharing. Judges, you have some questions?
So I do. Uchenna, understanding the landscape there and how you get involved in buildings and construction, is there a significant opportunity to grow with this Build Back Better program and your organization to really help build that out, to build more effectively and more in a more sustainable way?
Yeah, there is actually. So the Build Back Better program, it's requiring a lot of infrastructure improvements basically across the country. And it's creating an opportunity for a lot of companies to get business, but the bigger thing is most local governments are creating a requirement for anyone working on, whether it's a civil project or even a government building, to use BIM software and technology on that. So a lot of our clients have been, a lot of them have come because of a lot of the requirements that have come from, local governments or private owners in this way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I can go next. I know there's some audio issues, but hopefully you can hear me. The question I have for you is, since there's so many different regulations that you deal with, city regulations, state regulations, federal government regulations, how can your product scale up, especially to the scale of the entire US construction industry? Do you have to put a lot of work into the product to kind of get it right for each exact case? And does that cost a lot of money? What does the business plan say on how you scale up as you can expand?
That's a good question. So, one thing that I want to clarify, so we're a management and consulting firm, so we don't own the software nor make the software. We develop software add-ons, but we don't control the software, so we don't have to deal with any particular regulations. All we do is we take the requirements and the regulations that our clients are getting, and we help them execute on their projects. So, in terms of scalability, we're helping everyone who's sort of being hammered by, a lot of small to mid-sized firms. They get a project, they win a bid, they get a project, and then the government or whoever, their owner, gives them this list of requirements.
And they're like, oh man, we just don't have the talent or the expertise to really execute on this. So people, if they ask around, they eventually find us, and then we come in and consult. And a lot of times it ends up us either doing the work for them on their behalf, offering training, or developing tools for them so that they can execute the job.
Thanks for that clarification. I have a two-part question based on something you had just said. You said, folks ask around and then they find us. So going back to a similar question, I'm a marketer by trade. That's my job, right? So marketing, so you said folks ask around and they find us. So again, what's your amplification model? I mean, how are you advertising? How are you getting folks to find you? And that's number one. And number two, what is your revenue model? Like, is it like pay per fee? Is it SaaS based? What's your revenue stream model?
Thank you. That's such a great question. So the first thing that you have to understand, so the name of our company is really specific. Revit is the most popular building design software in the world. So the name of our company is called Revit Gods. We're one of the only companies, since it's a new market, we're one of the only companies that focuses on this one specific program that literally everybody has to use. So if you Google us right now, we come up #1 in Google search for a Revit consultant in the US. So if you search us, you'll find us. And then also because of that, our referral rate is pretty high. So usually when we get on asked to join a construction project, there's typically like 10 to 15 other companies that get a chance to see Revit Gods part of that project. They learn about what we do, and then they refer us out to their other projects that we have. So we've grown a ton just through that network. One other thing around that too, we have a very education-based marketing approach. Because this is a brand new industry, we want to not just capture people who are required to do this. This particular industry, it really does help save companies a lot of time and money. And we want to educate our future clientele on how that's going to be possible and how that works in a whole nine. So we want to be a true resource to the industry. So I think that was the answer to the first question. Your second question was about our revenue model. So we basically do this on a retainer basis. We do, for building contractors, we will do sort of like a fixed fee based on their project. But for building designers, we charge sort of like an upfront setup fee to get them to implement the software, do some initial training, and then we stay around on a monthly basis. And it sort of fluctuates on how many hours they want to purchase from us, but it just allows them to have us as a resource to just do anything regardless of what requirements or anything comes.
Thank you. That's very clear. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate both pitches, all the participants, and when the judges will all go off camera and we'll caucus behind the screens and vote. But in the meantime, I believe Meg has something that she was going to play.
Hold on, let's get to work.
Show me.
Whoa.
Can you believe this?
You just set the bar pretty high.
There's only one way left to go, and that's
I've never seen anything like it.
You coming or what? Nowadays, you do more from home than ever before.
They have been dreaming about this moment for so long.
This is the Olympics of talent.
What should I watch?
Can you believe it?
It's good.
Yeah.
Comcast Rise and the Kelly Clarkson Show partnered up to help business owners.
So how do I do this? With Comcast Business.
Good answer.
Take a minute to sign up for NBC's streaming service, Peacock.
When are we going to do that?
How about today? Just say Peacock into your voice remote. Sky Q.
Wouldn't it be nice to share things you usually can't?
Hello, sir. Welcome to Xfinity. And how can I help you?
We are still in this together.
We believe in impartial reporting.
This is gigantic. This is big.
Every student is going to get a free laptop computer provided by Comcast.
We
I've always believed in a better world.
Breaking news right here on CNBC.
Oh, what a goal!
You could not script it any better.
He takes a snap and goes deep down the left side. Touchdown!
Thank you. Well, now it comes the time. Well, both participants, can you please join us and we'll announce the winner. It was a tough decision. The judges were going back and forth. My chat has been blowing up. Tammy, are you, I don't see in my shot.
I am.
Okay, fantastic. There's Tammy, fantastic. And again, thank you both. I believe both of your messages have been amplified. And, it was a pleasure hearing from all of you. The runner-up for March Pitch Mania is Revit Gods. Thank you. You have won the Advanced Education Scholarship. We probably have some extra flyer tickets as well. But Uchenna, you did a phenomenal job. And thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. And now, the winner of this year's first March Pitch Mania is Envision to Be Well. Yay, Tammy. Tammy, this is great. You do get access to the exclusive Comcast Brain Trust, which is over 140,000 employees. You saw our brand. So we're going to try and amplify your message and support you in any way we can. And you also receive some professional vendor services we'll discuss. And then finally, last but not least, you'll receive some bragging rights. So Tammy, thank you. Thank you so much. Would you like to give a few words?
I would. First, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody that participated because we are all trying to grow our businesses. So, much love to everyone. I didn't realize, I just want you to know, I didn't realize that I was looking at the wrong camera. I have two cameras in front of me. And so someone from my team said, "Why are you looking up?" And I didn't see that until afterwards. So I'm looking directly at you now. So, but thank you to everyone for this. It's been an amazing journey. It takes time to do these things. It takes you away from some things that you may need to focus on. But having a great team and doing what we're doing, look, being unhealthy and unwell does not discriminate. And that's why we're bringing social health empowerment to the masses. So thank you.
Fantastic, Tammy. Much appreciated. And to all, thank you again for this year's March Pitch Mania competition. And maybe next year we'll be in person at Wells Fargo at Comcast Live, and we'll have a great time. Valerie, did you want to have some closing remarks?
Absolutely. But before we do that, I asked everyone to take a moment to watch this one last video from Comcast.
We look for great communicators because one, we need people who are going to ask us questions if they're not sure what they need done. We need people who are very meticulous in their detail. We're all about reliability engineering. We have racks and racks of gear. There's lots of fiber. There's lots of small connections, and there's lots of ports on the back of this equipment. We're all in this together. A lot of our footprint is in areas where we have hurricanes, where we have snowstorms. Typically before those big events, our business partners are connecting with us. They're reaching out. If I was outside of Comcast and I'm trying to get in, the first thing I would do would be to learn a good bit about Comcast. And that's to find out, what our infrastructure looks like, our plant miles, where our facilities are located. It's never good to walk into a meeting and say, well, where are your regions? Come to the door, be a good partner. So there's been a lot of strong relationships built over a lot of years, but we're always looking for new vendors. think diversity belongs in every session, or every place of our company, whether it's our field work, our head-end work, our diverse suppliers, the boardroom, or the next meeting room. And the reason is because everyone has a different perspective and they bring their own personal journey with them. And when you do that, you're relating to our employees, because our employees across the board, we're diverse. Our vendors should look just like us, and we should all just look like our customers. That makes the best group at the table. You make the best decisions, you make the best considerations, and you do the best work.
What a great note to end on, working better together. Once again, congratulations to all of our finalists, Envision to Be Well, Focus Studios, Optimal, Strategics Group, and Revit Gods. And a very big congratulations to our winner, Envision to Be Well. This year's March Pitch Mania would not have been possible without our sponsor, Comcast, who provided not only prizes and resources, but also the time and talent of Dr. L.J. Burks and our judges, Deepak Baharathan, Christopher Robert, and Reagan Yadel. Thank you to all of you for taking the time to spend with us and make this year's March Pitch Madness a roaring success. This concludes the 2022 March Pitch Mania. Excuse me, I said madness, I meant mania. This concludes this year's 2022 March Pitch Mania. And as Jay said, hopefully next year we'll see you in person. Be well, have fun, prosper.